video. So we're going to be focusing in on kind of masculine style stamping today, and I'm so happy the Kraft cardstock has come back and thought it would be interesting to try stamping onto this and seeing what kind of effects we can get with it. So hello and welcome. If you've never come to my channel before, please consider subscribing. If you like what you see, obviously if you don't like what you see, that's fine. Please go ahead and find somebody else. I'm all about happy stampers who enjoy watching my content. So here I've got the Kraft cardstock. It comes in packs of 6 by 6 and you get 20 pieces in total. And now for me to make a typical card base, I would then have to cut this about 2/3 of the way through. So I'm going to sort of bear that in mind, either to create a design that basically I can split into two and just put something here and something here, or actually think about doing something that I would have a slim one and then I'd have a bigger one. That's what I'm thinking. I'm trying to think what other ways we could do it. I suppose you could do it that way and then maybe put a strip somewhere else, but anyway, just going to have some fun. I pulled out Beauty of Friendship and Wildlife Wonder, and I thought I do need some dottage on this. Quiet Meadow, but we'll see how we go. So in order for this colour to really show up, a colour to show up, I'm thinking we have to go dark. So I've grabbed early Espresso out and thought it would be fun just to use that. So let's just have a look at these sets. We've got a little bit of what I call earth. Here it is, well, I think it is meant to look like earth that could be stamped in the foreground for the bear to be walking on. We've got a lovely owl and a wolf there, and then I'm thinking some trees. And I am possibly wondering whether to make the earth a little bit more interesting and put some Artistically Inked. You could go for something like Grassy Grove. That's got that lovely kind of grassy mound on it that you could use. But anyway, I'll just stick to what I've got on my desk and go from there. So hello everybody, really lovely to see you, and hope you are doing well and that you had a good weekend. Hi Sally Jo, Cindy, Mary, Tina, Vicky, Anne. Oh, you're going to a craft group this morning. Awesome, Anne. Have a wonderful time. Hi Louise, Mary, Tina, Wendy. I'm sitting in my craft and working on Christmas stuff. Excellent. Hi Glenna, Lisa, Susan, Ivy, Judy, Georgiana, Andrea, Denise, Cindy, Nessa, Roberta, Sue, blah, 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 and everyone else who knows me. Oh dear. Right, so I'll just get that little bit of fluff off my ink pad, and I'm just going to add some texture. I love how when you use stamps, depending what colour you use, you can make them look like all sorts of kind of things. I just love that. So, I could make some kind of like rocks and, just build this up. And it's kind of random, but it ends up looking quite cool. Look at that. That looks really cool. There's a mountain. Right, oh, I've got the tree out already. No, where's my stamping mat? Right, so because I'm using photopolymer now, I'm just going to get my mat. So for those of you just joining, I'm using early Espresso on the Kraft cardstock, which is available in the new catalogue. Oh, I didn't think this through. I don't know why I put the tree there. Oh well, never mind. I was going to stick the bear there, but I'm not going to have the space to do that now, am I? Oh, let's get the wolf. So I'm thinking if I cut my card there, that would look quite cool, wouldn't it? So if I stick the wolf on there. Oh, maybe I should have done that. Oh, I forgot to take the mat away. Oh well, keep going, Ruth, keep going. And then, oh, let's stamp, oh, should I stamp the owl? I do like this owl. He's got a great face, isn't he? great little face. Okay, so I'm going to cut this later. Oh, see, that's better. See, remember when you use your stamping mats not to use them when you're using the red rubber, because it actually makes the stamping kind of come out worse. So do remember to remove the pad. Oh, now I'm not using it. Do as I say, not as I do. All right. Oh dear. Oh, that looks really spooky. Isn't that cool? Oh, Tina, that's very kind of you. That's very sweet of you. And can I say a hello to people who, you know, for whatever reason, they don't say hello in the chat, and that's absolutely fine. You don't have to, but I just want to say a hello to you, because I know there's a lot of you who do watch, who don't necessarily chat or say hi or whatever. You don't get involved with all the silliness, you know, because I know that we can be rather silly on this channel. But hello to you. I do appreciate every single person who views my channel. I do. So thank you. And if you like, as I always say, if you like what you see, please invite a friend. If you've got a friend who might enjoy stamping along. Okay, yeah, I definitely regret not stamping that wolf properly. But anyway, I do like that outcome though. What do you guys think? I think now just to cut that as if I was making a standard card. So if you're doing this in the States, maybe cut it to 3 3/4 or 4 inches or something. I'm going to cut that to, oh look, I've got a little bug on me. How did that happen? It's because it's now a bit warmer outside and I'm starting to leave the door open for a bit longer. And I end up with little bugs coming into my studio. Oh, you know what I would like? Some little birds to go off in the distance. What stamp set has got a bird? Oh, Mountain Air has got birds, hasn't it? Do that. Right, now this one I'm actually going to cut so it doesn't have a border top and bottom. I want to stick that directly onto a piece of cardstock. I'm just going to grab what I have here. But yeah, I like the idea of that going from top to bottom. That's really quite dramatic, isn't it? I like that. Now I'm looking at it, I'm thinking, oh, I'd fancy some more trees in there. So I'm going to see if I can get another tree in beside this owl. So I'm going to try and not touch him, because that is the thing you have to remember when you're using just a single colour. You can't do, you know, my layers and layers of stamping that I sometimes do with the flower stuff. Because I'm using different colours, it's okay. But when you're using just a singular colour, you can't do that. Okay, you do have to be a little bit more controlled in your placement of your design. Okay, because otherwise if you start stamping on top of your, you know, my focal point, you'll lose the sight of it. So there we go. All right, I'm not going to make up the cards because I'm just aware it's rather late. We went to the cinema this evening to see Doctor Strange #2. I don't know if it's got a specific name, but we've all come away going, it wasn't all about Doctor Strange, because there were a few other characters that were introduced that were super fun to see. I don't want to spoil it. I'm not going to give any spoilers away, but it wasn't just about him, you know. So he wasn't at the centre of his own universe in this film. Right, let's do that again then. And I'm going to be a little bit more thoughtful because I want to get the bear in. I think I might even stamp the bear first. Get it out of the way. Oh, I've got a Zoom class this weekend, Tina, if you're available. Yeah, I've got, I'm doing the Emboss Resist class on Friday and I'm repeating it on Saturday. So if you fancy taking part in that, let me know. Okay, so my little bear, my little Baloo bear. Isn't he cute? I think I might just go for another owl again. I might make him a bit higher up. So now I've got to make my mountain meet my bear. I'm just going to build up the scene again. Well, who'd have thought that this stamp would make a good mountain? Look at that. Right, I am going to get that one though, just to make it a bit darker under his feet, because he currently looks like he's floating a little bit. Oh. Hello, Pamela. Oh. Now, there's a very fine line between giving him some ground to walk on, but then not making the ground merge with his feet too much. I guess I could have a little play in a minute with using a different brown. That might be a bit more interesting. But anyway, it's the first time me doing this sort of early espresso on the Kraft. So, you know, I'm just kind of experimenting at the moment just to see what happens. Right, with my tree. Now I haven't stamped the tree with the leaves on it. Do you think I should have a go doing that? Put some leaves on my tree. Let's have a look what they look like. Could do maybe some sparse leaves. Ooh, what if I stamp them in white? That might be interesting. Sort of almost turn it into a bit of a snowy scene. Hi, Ellen. Hi, Terry Gayton. Thank you, Tina. He's walking on the air. Yeah, he's walking on the air a little bit there, isn't he? Just needs something else. It's all right, Louise. Friday's class is not that messy, honestly. If anything, you need more. White. Sorry, you need just scrap paper to catch the embossing powder. Yeah, it's not going to be that messy. Well, you might get a bit inky fingered because you're going to be using the brushes or the sponge, whatever you've got. Hi, Sherry. Oh, welcome. Glad you could make it. Hi, Hummer123. Lucia. Hi, Lucia. Nice to see you. Wow, I'm wondering then whether to got a little blending brush. Get that white on there and give them some highlights. So basically I'm taking the cue from whoever's designed this stamp set and put lighter patches. I'm taking the cue from them really and putting extra bits of white where they've designed it. So here where there is no brown ink, I'm just going to go in and put a little bit more of this white. And oh, look, his little nose. And I think his eyes. Let's just go for the eyes. What do you think of that then? Night, Nessa. Yeah, I know I'm on a bit late tonight. Thank you for coming in though, sweetheart. And of course, what we need is some white dottage. Well, on Saturday, a friend rang on Friday to say, oh, are you free tomorrow? Would you mind doing a class for me? And my friend, who I do know actually, this other lady. And I was like, yeah, I think so. I think I'm free. And anyway, it turned out I could do it. And so they wanted to learn some one-sheet wonder stamping techniques. And so I showed them my sort of box of all the different ones. And then basically I ended up teaching them what I call class 1, which is the clusters and lines class. So for those of you who have done class 1, that's why there was 2 new ladies added to that group on Saturday, because they did that class. And it was really interesting teaching someone in person that class, because I've only ever taught it over Zoom. So that was fun. Oh, I like this. It's kind of turned into a bit of a snowy scene now. There we go. Never knew about the marker with the stamp process. Oh, the blender pen. Yeah, I just reached for it and used it. I'm not sure if we are meant to do that, but that's what I did. There we go. See, now I'm wondering whether I should do it on there. Anyway, no, we'll compare. We'll compare at the end. Okay. Right. What about... what if we created a snowy scene, a snowy mountain, and a snowy bear? Ooh, I wonder if that would work. Gee, yay, let's try that. Okay, right, let's wipe all these down because these have all got the brown on them. Sorry, squeak, squeak, because I do this. If anyone asks, this is just a microfiber cloth. I just have several cloths that just kind of go through this, like, they get washed, they get inky, they get washed process. So sometimes you see the Stampin' Up ones, sometimes you'll see these ones. It's whatever I can lay my hands on. So. Oh, good, Vicky. My feet. Oh, it has been. It was cool this morning, wasn't it? I was Zooming with my daughter and my niece, who currently lives in Zambia because my sister's out there at the moment. And we were commenting about how it sort of felt a bit colder. And she said, oh, so what temperature is it with you? And I said, oh, it's 13. And she went, she goes, it's 24 here and I feel cold. Because she's so used to a warmer climate. She feels the cold so much more keener than us. Okay, so it's taking a bit more time to sort of get that definition there, but it's coming. Yeah, don't be afraid of just building up the colour slowly. Okay, because it's such an interesting kind of texture, it's not going to be full on definition straight away. Just keep adding and adding. Good night, Ivy. Take care. Yeah, and then a top tip with stamping with the Kraft white ink is keep inking and inking and inking. Tap, tap, tap away and keep checking this stamp. Don't just think, oh, I've tapped it 3 times, it's going to be fine. keep tapping it until that whole image is completely white. Because it's a sticky ink, it just takes a bit longer for it to really get onto your image. See, look, that's much better now. I'm actually going to stand up so I can put a bit of pressure on it as well. White caps, yes, they look like snow-capped mountains. Well, this is the big white bear came lolloping over the mountain. Oh, he looks like half invisible. I'm not sure about that. I don't think that works. That doesn't work for me. Oh well, I've tried it. I like the white mountains. I'm just not sure about the bear. It's not really defined enough for me. Oh well, we tried it. Okay, I think what I'll do is I'll flip it over, and I'm happy with the mountain, the white on the mountains. Although I'm wondering whether to do some browny bits first, so there's a higher contrast. This is Ruth thinking out loud now. Thinking emboss, yeah. Oh yes, white clouds. That would be fun, wouldn't it? Yeah, I'm afraid I'm not breaking out the embossing powder tonight, guys, because as I said, it's a bit of a late one, and my brain is just not going to take it. Just put some brown smudges down to start off with. Let's see what happens. There we go. Right. Let that dry for a minute. He's a polar bear. Yeah, but a polar bear, you see, the way that the artwork has been designed, it's been designed to stamp the darker sections, not the lighter sections. So what needs to happen is the image has to be reversed. Does that make sense? It's like watching. It's like, you know, when you look at a negative of a photograph, that's what's happened. So anyway, never mind. We'll just keep going. Oh, I like the mixture of the white on the brown now. That's quite nice. Because, you know, when you get snow on Earth, it's not pure white always, is it? Oh, let me just clean that off. So it's wanting to pull out some of the brown. So I'm just going to clean that. There we go. Right. So when you clean the white ink off, it does take a bit of extra attention. You need to kind of give it a little bit of an extra rub, because as I said, it's a bit of a sticky ink, so it wants to stay put. So blend some grey. That might work. Okay, taking my time to stamp him up. Give him a bit of a press. I'm going to get my owl at the ready. Okay, there we go. That's a bit more defined. That's better. Right. I did clean off the trees. I might just pop some white trees and then do some brown trees as well. Oh, actually I forgot to clean the stamp. Silly me. I was convinced I'd cleaned it. Never mind. It's only ink. So I'm wondering whether to do some brown trees as well. So it's like, oh, they're like silver birches mixed with other trees. Are you Vanessa, you know you said about blending grey in. Do you mean with the white there? Yeah, the only thing about doing that is I'd have to wait quite a while for that white ink to really set in before I started trying to play with it. So I wonder if it's worth me stamping one to leave overnight and then having a wee play with it in the morning. I quite like the two-tone. It's quite fun, isn't it? Take care, Sally. Yeah, sleep well. Stamping brown, then in white. Yes, you can do that too, where it's almost like it's a shadow. You can do that. Right, let's just get some snow, of course. Let's get some snowfall around the place. A couple of them. Then some of these vegetation in the white. Stamp, 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 stamp. Right, and then I'm going to do some brown. Just mixed in, just to see how that works. Just add sort of like layers and layers and layers of texture there, lightly over the top of this. Yeah, I think I'd need to leave it to set because I've got a feeling as soon as I start trying to put some ink on that, it will just start moving the white ink around. Maybe if I embossed it with white, that would be better. Yeah, I want to try that at some point. Snow had fallen, snow on snow. Snow on snow. Oh, I can do some little bits of. Oh, that makes sense. Oh, that looks better. Oh, I like that one. Oh, right. So it takes a few plays to kind of get to know the inks and what they're capable of, and just stamps. Let's bring on the other ones just to compare. Oh, let's cut this one up actually. Where's the other one to cut up? That one. Oh, should I put some white on his body? What do you think? Do you like the bear with white on him or bear without? No white, says Ellen. There we go. A little bear. I'm just pulling out some dark cardstock. I might not necessarily stick it onto this, but I just wanted to have that bit of contrast there. Oh, the owl, so cute. A moon. Oh yes, I think I'll go and get mountain air out, because that's got some birds and it's got a moon. Great idea, thank you. Right, let's get mountain air out. Right. Oh, have I lent Oceanfront to somebody? Because I can't find it. Oh, I think I did lend it. I've lent it to one of my teamies, I think. I was thinking about it the other day, thinking, I'm not sure I've got that with me at the moment. Oh, white moon. Oh, Darlene, what a compliment. Thank you. That they would make a nice picture on the wall. Oh, look at that. Hee hee, that looks good. Oh, I don't think I cleaned this off the last time I used it either. I am a bit naughty sometimes. I forget to clean my stamps off. Yes, it does give that impression, doesn't it? It's like a little, you know, bear walking out in moonlight. I won't do it on that one because I haven't used any white on that one. Oh, there's some other trees in there as well. But I'm not going to get carried away. A cool owl bookmark. Oh, yes. Oh, that is a good idea. Birds flying off there. How cool is that? This would be good for Harry Potter fans, wouldn't it? This could be Hedwig. Was it Hedwig? Hedwig or Hedwig? See, in Wales, if you spell something H-E-D-D, it's Hedd. I might be getting the spelling wrong. Right, and then on the non-white ones, I was thinking of doing the birds in brown. Hedwig, okay. Hi, Lane. Right, so I'll just get the brown ones out, these ones. Oh, can't resist a little bit of dottage in the background of these. I'll deliberately not put any white on these two, just to show you how much you can do with just one ink pad. I think it's really fun just to sort of see what you can achieve with just one colour of ink pad and just some really good designed stamps. And you know, Stampin' Up! Are just, they've got such a fabulous team of graphic designers designing these stamps. It just makes them an absolute pleasure to use. And also seeing how they combine with other stamp sets as well, which even though there are a different style of drawing, you know, they can be used. So, right, let's do a bit of a comparison then, guys. I'm going to move the face out of the way because I think that's just confusing things. Up there. Right, sorry, I've got a little bit of a mountain going on of stamps. So this was the first one. So that's just the early espresso. And then we've got the white coming in, but I used it to colour the bear and some of the owl, and then did the leaves on the tree, the moon and the dottage, and a little bit of dottage around the place. And then this one, we went a little bit further and actually stamped some of the trees in the white. And, oh, let's move that there, move that there. Yeah, so stamped some of the trees in the white, and also actually stamped some of the brown first and then white over the top of it. And Yeah, that was that. And then we added the royal we. I added the moon and then the birds. So let me know which is your favourite. So we've got 1, 2, and 3, and not really much. The slightly different techniques, and 2 ink pads. Oh, I'm very proud of myself. Just 2 ink pads. Early Espresso or Early Espresso, and Whisper White ink pad, Kraft white ink. Now this is a pigment ink and this is a dye ink, so they do work slightly differently, and you will have to allow this to dry. So you see, I would leave these out overnight now to let them really set and dry. You can speed the process up a little bit with a heat tool. So in terms of stamps then, I used Artistically Inked. Use that one to create that sort of mountain vegetation, beauty of friendship. Excuse me. I just take a swig of water. Put some clouds near the moon for mountain air. That's a great idea too. Beauty of friendship, and of course the focal point of the night is Wildlife Wonder, which is this beautiful bear, wolf and owl stamp set with a little bit of vegetation and just some really great little sentiments that you could quite easily then put onto there. Right, I can't resist it. Yes, that's a great idea, Louise. Someone else said something about clouds earlier, didn't they? So I wonder if I can just a little hint of cloud. I might lose the birds, but I can always stamp the birds again, can't I? Just a little bit of a cloud, a wispy cloud. Yeah, see, very gentle. That's actually, that's exactly what I wanted. I didn't want anything too drastic there. Yeah, I'm being very careful. I'm not over inking, to be honest. It's just like a little bit of a wispy wispy cloud. There you have it, my friends. So, oh, and Quiet Meadow. Sorry, I forgot the dottage from Quiet Meadow for the snow. So let's put that back in order again, and I'll read your comments, and then I'll say good night. And if you want to know what I was up to at the weekend, I was making jewellery. So I had a bit of sort of downtime to do a bit of crafting for myself. And I added my first video to my other YouTube channel, which is called Artful Crafting. So if you want to see that, I did put a link in my community thing. I don't want to overload you guys because you're primarily here for stamping. But if you want to have a little bit of a view on how I made... Oh, and I've finished the earrings now. For those of you who have watched that, I've actually made the earrings up. So there we go. So I made these. I didn't varnish them on the video, but I just kind of constructed. Oh, and then I also in the video did these little pieces. Now these pieces are actually designed to sit on top of there. They can, but I haven't got any studs to stick on them at the moment, so I decided to make some little earrings. And so there was another pair, but I've packaged that up and that's going to a friend. And then I also finished making these ones, beadies, and then I also finished those ones off. So a couple of weeks ago we had a weekend Zoom and I made these during that. And then last night, I'm wearing them. Last night I fancied making some more earrings just for myself, because sometimes I make these and then I make them for selling, but I don't keep them for me. So I made this little pair with the little bird and the pretty beads that I've had for quite a while. So I made those. So anyway, if you're interested, I'll go and grab the link for that video. And hold on, bear with, I've just got to go and find it. And yeah, if you fancy subscribing to that, I'd be most grateful. Now the plan with that channel is to share jewellery making and crocheting and maybe some knitting. Knitting just takes far too long, so I probably won't be doing much knitting. But my plan eventually is to film myself making my hand warmers pattern, for those of you who are interested in that, and have that on there. And yeah, so if there's any other crafts that you've seen me do and you think, oh, just sit and film it, Ruth, I'll stick the stuff on there. Is my jewellery available for sale on Etsy? No, it isn't, because this is the first time I've ever made these ones, so I'm not sure that I have other jewellery that I do have for sale, which no, I haven't listed them on Etsy, but I might list them in another way. That's nice of you to ask, Tina. Okay, there we go. Oh, thank you, Darlene. Right, so thank you so much for everybody for joining me tonight. Sorry it's been a bit of a quickie one. As I said, we went out to the cinema as a family, so that was really fun. We don't often get to do that, and I quickly jumped on this evening to do this technique with you. So I hope you enjoyed it and given you some inspiration for your masculine cards. Lots of love to you all, and I hope to see you. Now I might not be on tomorrow night because I've got a team meeting, but Esther's going to be on at 9 o'clock. So I'll probably see you guys on Wednesday. Okay, lots of love, everyone. And don't forget that all the links to my shop, Stampin' Up shop, blog, Facebook groups, Facebook page, they're all in the description box below. So head over there. Lots of love. Bye.